So I made a decision today. So for some of the activities that I partook in, that I noticed that they affecting my being pretty heavily. Like I'm neglecting some things that I know help and better myself. I had to be totally honest with myself. And I may do it again, but I've noticed now, though, I played RuneScape and I picked it up, and one of the ideas behind it was use it to focus, use it as a tool. Like you're playing RuneScape to improve your breath. Maybe I just needed to play RuneScape to play RuneScape. You know, just to hang out and chat with the people on it that I've made friends with. I noticed that I end up starting it almost every time, and I'll be playing pretty good, which it can be regulated, I'm sure. Maybe that's really what I need to do, is learn to regulate it and not let it consume. So I came to the decision to log out for now, for a while. I invested in the bonds and just put them in my bank and logged out. I told one of my buddies that I play and chat with that I noticed I am using it as an excuse, an escape in a way, and I have since childhood. Because I noticed when I was a child, it's a lot of what I'd be excited to do, to think about, so I couldn't wait. And I noticed that that's a big part of it. It's like I remember playing with friends, but it's like, maybe I still it's maybe I'm walking away from it, it's escaping as well. Though I don't believe it is. The truth of it is that I was using it. Because I wouldn't want to play with the dogs as much. Let me finish what I'm doing and then I'd get distracted. I don't really care for that because they're beautiful creatures and they're so much fun to play with and interact with. Like I told the buddy, I wanted to get 99 real life skills, like communication and talking to people and just being able to be myself and live and be outside with the trees, swimming, surfing, skating, all those fun activities. Which I mentioned that I couldn't do if I'm wanting to go into max to get 99 all my skills. And I've wanted to get max my account, and I'm sure I will one day, though I feel that priorities need need to come first right now. Like, maybe once I get some things together, I'll be able to go back and enjoy it. But I also see that it's not really the life I want to create, what I want to create for myself and others. And I could feel it be heavy on me when I was talking to him about just breaking that and changing the story of it. Right now, it's not for me. There are other things that I'd rather do. I noticed that it was almost an addiction, whatever you want to call it, story. I don't believe I'm addicted to anything because it brings me to it to show me things in my life that I avoid, or bring an attention to things. Because if I didn't play, I wouldn't have came to this conclusion. And maybe it can be moderated. Not right now, though. Right now I need to be out in nature. I need to talk to the trees. They talk to me more than I talk to them. And I don't mean in the physical sense. They speak through introspection, insights. And I noticed that I've been working with my animals. I get really frustrated with Loki, my little one, to the point I get so angry with him that I just want to toss him out and get rid of him. And I'm just being totally real with you, like, I'm not gonna do that. Oh, but fucking shit, I feel like it. And I've been trying not to judge that, because he needs love too. He's a beautiful soul. And he's part of my life, and he's a good part of it. He's bringing light to things too. And I only get frustrated because I ain't paying attention to him, and he's getting into shit because I'm not there. It ends up being me not paying attention. I play with them, I exhaust them. They don't want to get into shit. I don't pace into the kitchen looking for food that isn't there. They don't. I left for this bike ride and I forgot to set out the chicken to unthaw outside. And Valea had knocked off a mason jar and it shattered into 1,000,000 pieces. And I was just pissed the fuck off because they could get hurt. And I ended up yelling and releasing this whatever, and it ended up making Valea flinch. When I even moved, like, to the point where it ends up making me more frustrated. I had to just pick her up and hold her and tell her, like, nothing's happening. I yell and then I talk to you, and then my quick movements end up being scary. which I understand. And it's making these decisions to be better when these are happening. And when I get loud, the dogs don't seem to want to even respond. When my energy shifts like this, they don't respond, they don't listen. But it seems to be okay whenever I let this energy go. Like, I'll literally see it come up, get angry, yell, and I'll notice that I just give up on it. I realize that it's only that way because I'm continuously giving it my energy. It's only affecting me that way. I'm only getting angry because I'm feeding into the energy or the feeling of frustration. When it's so much simpler to just fucking fix it. Clean it up. Say I don't like this and I don't like what you did. Move the fuck on. That's what I did. I knocked, taking the food out, I knocked the food out, and it's like, oh man. And it was like getting filet over there to eat it, so I didn't have to sweep it up. She didn't want to because she thought I was still mad at her, but it was like, listen, motherfucker. Oh, I'm just trying to let you eat this so I can go on a bike ride real quick. And, I've been struggling a little bit. It's been tough. Though I don't really like sharing it. Why? I know a lot of people relate, even if they don't like it. I'm not an asshole. I just want everybody to be safe and live and be able to express themselves. And I don't like that they do the things that I do. And I find it very important to not judge, to be with all these sensations, each feeling. Because judging them only makes it worse. We want to learn from it so we do not repeat it. And I noticed that I've been repeating them in a different way. And I'm here to be honest with myself, to stop repeating. Stop repeating those behaviors, to notice the feelings that arise before they happen. To notice that I don't gotta act certain ways, that it's so much simpler. Oh, it's so much simpler to just be when it happens instead of losing my power to just resolve the issue. And resolving the issue isn't whipping them or yelling at them or anything. Resolving it is simply doing something better, doing something different. When you notice that it doesn't work anymore, it never worked, do something different. So what I'm coming to this conclusion of is lots of the things that I've been doing aren't creating the vision that I'm looking at. They were putting it off, avoiding being a leader, accepting the responsibility of who I am, what I am, why I'm here. And I really like to eat. I love to fucking eat. I love really good food, but I love really bad food too. Chicken, cooked amazingly. It'll probably be what I cook tonight. I need to fix me some veggies with it. I need to have much cleaner foods. Not as much fatty, greasy, fried as grilled or pan-seared. Because I notice that's where they walk in there to the kitchen and get curious. They walk in doing the things that I do. Ah, he's up there all the time. I better go check it out. I better go lick these bowls. I better go. And it's usually good. I've been washing my dishes pretty frequently, almost after I do it, or leaving a small thing in it and doing it before I cook food and shit. Still, I leave it. It's one of those things. It's like, you don't leave anything on the counter, then they don't do that. And even then, like, you just do better for yourself, they'll do better for themselves too. And I know they're dogs, but they watch us. They watch our behaviors, so they are like us. Whether you want to admit that or not. That's why people say they look like you, because they're doing the things that you're doing, and they're sitting like you, doing things that you are doing. Not all of it, but you pace around, they're gonna pace around. You constantly look in the kitchen for food, they're gonna constantly look in the kitchen for food. You can't stay focused, they can't stay focused. And that's what I'm noticing, and that's what I'm working with. So I want us all to have a good life and be able to enjoy ourselves. And I made the decision to change the story, or even not attach a story to anything and just go with it as it comes. To create without worry. To love without condition. To let go and be. To always be my higher and my deeper self. At all times. To be connected with it. For it. And to be living life with gusto. Woo! and to be able to accept that while we're technically always doing it alone, we're never doing it alone. It's never just us. It's everything. It's everything in your life that's helping you shift and be. Because I would not be here without all of that. And I'm not here to brag or even, I'm just here to share what I've been going through. It just feels better. Because, like, shit. Hi. Go play RuneScape if you want to. If you really enjoy it and it's not affecting the things the life you want to live, if it's not putting off anything, you're able to just, whatever, zone out and meditate with it. Hell yeah, but don't let it neglect things. It's got to be a balance if you're going to do it. That's what it's going to have to be if I end up doing it again. Though, like, I've played games all my life, and I've noticed that lots of these places that are in the game are reflections of places in life, in the world. Shit, I'd rather be there than be watching it on a screen that's animated not to the degree of what it would be. Yeah, you don't see the trees blossoming and being... And don't get me wrong, I'll still play games here and there. Yeah, people want to play video games while or whatever, I'm chilling at, fuck yeah, we'll fucking play Ratchet and Clank or some shit like that. Or whatever, you know? I'm not against it. I still think it's super cool what people do with it. But it can't be all my life. Because I'm noticing that I'm pretty badass here. I don't even remotely got anything figured out. It's always learning. There have been times when I definitely did think I figured it out. And even on like psychedelics, it's like, well, I know they're hinting at shit, but it's like, yeah, it's all a process. Like, you're never gonna fully figure it out. Like, I realized that no matter what field you go into, when you think you've mastered it, bring someone new in and watch how they do it. See if they do it any differently. If they do it any differently, that means you can incorporate some of that into what you're doing, because there's always ways to take it. Like, you take it's like a multi-dimensional square of like all the possibilities of whatever field you're in. It's not it goes on forever. Like, people thinking that, for instance, that's the best weed that they got. That's the best weed around. Oh man. It's like, there'll always be someone that can grow it better. Make it smell so much better. Taste so much better. The high, give you everything you'd be looking for. And that's why it's important to realize this. So you're not chasing that mastery of it so hard so that you are missing everything. Missing all the different puzzle pieces that end up allowing you to actually raise it up higher than it ever was. It's just realizing, and like, even going in it all the way, even knowing that there is no cap to it, that it's infinity and will continuously go forever. Man, that makes it exciting. That means no matter how much I temper it and I go with it, it's like it will always evolve. It will always transform and get better. And I don't believe there's a cap if you can see another perspective. If you can see another perspective and implement it, if it vibrates with you. Because if it doesn't, it won't. Yeah, it won't even make sense. You'll be trying so hard to make it work and it won't. And you'll be like, and even following, it's like, you follow anybody solely and you make them you're only going as far as them, and you ain't gonna go as far as them because you're only following them. Which, don't take that as a you're only right attitude, because it's like everybody's right, and you gotta take the good from everybody and all their things that they're trying to teach you, because they're you sharing it with yourself. So you can take the information, you can refine it, transform it into something that you can work with, and then you can, if it works with you, if you can refine it. If not, then move on. Move on to something else that you're able to refine and work with. And, yeah, because, like, for instance, like, I learned lots of my stuff from Wim Hof and Muji, and Ben Smith and some other YouTubers, but it's like I'm doing my own thing, my own path. They're just here to help me in the process to transform and refine their gifts that they've shared with me into my gifts to be able to share with everybody else. It's like I'm taking it and turning it into my own, and then I'm sharing it with y'all. And by no means am I saying I'm better than anybody else, but this is me. This is what I've done. What I've refined and created through my perceptions and perspectives. And way I am connected. Thank y'all for joining me. That's the end of my TED Talk. Wink, wink. I just fucking around. It's so beautiful out here. Saying this is like, we all do better outside. The dogs do. I do. I feel better. I feel lighter. I feel so heavy when I'm inside gaming, which isn't, I'm not judging it. It's very important not to, because I probably still will game. Just not with that same story attached to it. When I have downtime, yeah, fuck yeah. When I finish doing the important things in my life, yeah, that's when I'll allow myself to do some of those things that I've enjoyed.